Hey everyone, we've got another RV upgrade video for you today, and this one is one we've been wanting to do to our trailer basically ever since we bought it, and that is to swap out the mini blinds that came with the trailer with day-night roller shades. Now the roller shades we went with are by a company called Irvine Shade, and we've got a link in the description below to their website. And the reason we went with Irvine Shade is because they manufacture the roller shades that go in the Keystone Montanas. Now when Jenny and I were looking for our first rig, we went through a ton of Montanas, and we just love them, and we especially love the roller shades that are in the Montanas. So when we got ours, we knew right who to go with. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what a roller shade is, they're incredibly easy to operate. You just pull down on them, and they will lock into place, and then when you want to retract them, you just pull again, and then they go back up. And you'll notice these ones, I didn't have to assist up, or I didn't have to slow them down. That's because they're called slow rise roller shades. So you just pull them and you can release, and they go up nice and smoothly, whereas other brands, you can pull down to, and if you let go, they'll just, they'll slam back into place. So they're called day-night roller shades because this first roller is completely opaque. It doesn't let any light through, and that's what you pull down at night, when you don't want anyone to see inside your rig. And the shade behind that is the day shade, and it's a mesh which allows some light through, but it blocks the real intense light, so it keeps the inside of your rig cooler, but it's mesh so you can still see out. If you're camping somewhere beautiful, you can still see that gorgeous surroundings.
Yes, and we absolutely love the day-night roller shades. Every time we saw them in a Montana, we got so jealous yeah. Because we knew we wouldn't really be able to afford a Montana, but we knew we wanted these kind of blinds. And we just really don't like the mini blinds.
Hate them.
We hate them. There are so many things that we dislike about the mini blinds, and the main reason, which is something that these blinds fix, is that they actually don't block the light all that well. Not only do you constantly have to mess with them via either the string or the shade maneuver thingy, you have to constantly turn them, and yeah, you have to constantly turn them. So this is like nighttime mode, so your light doesn't shine out and people can't see in, and then this is daytime mode so that the sun can't beat down in. So you have to constantly adjust this. And this falls off during transit, and the cats bash it around. And then the string here, we've noticed, it gets stuck a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't really know if it's just because
and then there's that when the wind catches them.
When the wind catches it, it makes that noise. But I don't really know why the string catches, but when we go to fix it, or we try and fix it, it feels like we're gonna break them.
Yeah.
Also, when we have to pull them back down, they don't go back down all by themselves anymore. We have to assist them, so it's a two-handed thing. And then one of our biggest pet peeves about these is actually that the cats make them very annoying. The cats will constantly, after we're getting ready for bed, they'll do this.
Yeah, literally. That's exactly. We'll wake up to that in the middle of the night. Mm-hmm. If we forget to leave one of these open, or for whatever reason, one of the cats is just like, I want to look out this window.
But they don't just look out. No, they.
For real.
And then they look out. And then on top of that, the cats also like to bend these because they're just aluminum, so they're easy to bend. And
yeah, exactly.
They're hard to bend back once they have been bent. Some of these lower ones down here, they have like, I can't show you very well, but they have little teeth marks in them from the cats biting them. So all in all, we find these blinds pretty annoying to use. They're not really all that aesthetically pleasing. We really like the look of these. We have color options in these. I mean, we picked the gray because that's what we're gonna go with inside. Like, we're slowly but surely working on redecorating. And so they have the gray. I know they have like beiges. I think they have a white. I think they have a solid black. They have all different kinds of color options, so we really like that about these.
Yeah, the operation on these is just so much smoother. It's not all wonky like with these. They look great, and the number one thing that we're going for with these is they just block the light completely.
Yes.
You want it to be dark in your trailer, day-night roller shades.
For sure.
But let's get to the install.
Woo!
Irvine Shade actually offers multiple different types of brackets for you to mount your day-night roller shades to your RV, and they actually sent us 2 sets of brackets. One looks like this, and it just has one hole in it, and it's meant to screw straight up into a hard valence. However, even though we have hard valences, this isn't what we're going to use. We're actually going to be using this 90-degree wall mount bracket, which the reason we're going to be using this is because our hard valences are a little flimsy. We don't think they are actually designed to carry the weight of a day-night roller shade because, you know, our Springdale travel trailer didn't come with day-night roller shades. But anyway, these mount to the wall, and then right here is a spring-loaded clip that actually the aluminum bracket at the top of the day-night roller shades just snaps right into, and if you ever need to take them off, you just push and it releases the day-night roller shade and you can pull it out. So I think these are going to be really easy to install, really easy to work with. I'm just going to do one window at a time, and we've actually got 6 windows that we are replacing the mini blinds on for day-night roller shades. So I'm starting in the back with this one, and the very first thing is to take the mini blinds off, and they're really easy to get off. There are just these 2 brackets at the top that you just push over a little lever, and it releases the mini blind, and you can just pull them right out. And it's out. And next, I'm going to go ahead and remove this whole valence. There's not a lot of screws that are holding it in, and that's just going to get it out of the way and make it a lot easier to work up here. These are just Velcroed on. And that one's off. And then next we remove these brackets that held the mini blinds on. And that is literally it for the removal of the original mini blinds. So I've got 3 of the 90-degree brackets that I'm going to use for this window, and we're actually going to use 3 of these for 5 out of the 6 windows we're replacing. This massive back window, though, we're going to use 5 of these. We got 20 brackets total, and I think that'll be plenty strong enough, plenty secure. And we purchased mounting hardware also. What we went with were number 8 3/4 inch long panhead screws so that they'll sit flat against these brackets. We were hoping that we'd be able to reuse the original mounting hardware that mounted the brackets for the mini blinds, but these only had 1 screw in them each, so these have 3 screws, 3 screw holes, so I figure why not use all 3 screw holes? So we bought plenty of these to use as mounting hardware. So we're gonna put 1 bracket in the center and then 1 on each side, and our window kind of has this, I don't know, random piece of metal there, I'm not sure what it does, but it lifts up a little bit, so we're just gonna set the 1 bracket off to the side so that they're all in a line, and you know, we're just kind of eyeballing it. It doesn't need to be perfect, these brackets just need to hold the blinds.
That's something funny you forget.
And then these go in really easy. You just get the bracket, this top aluminum bracket, into the front tooth, and then you just, well, let me make sure that this is even. Jenny, do you have an eye on this? Does this look kind of even side to side?
Move your arm. Yep.
That look good?
Yep.
All right. So then you get this aluminum. Dang it! I just moved it. All right. Let's try this again. I gotta hold it like this. Does that look good? Or maybe?
Your arms are very much in the way.
I know. I'll just kind of look then. Yeah, it looks good. And then you just rotate the bracket so that it snaps in to the back. And And that's it. They're on. Phone's basically in. That's pretty nice. And these are really easy to adjust to. Like right now, this is kind of where these sit. So if I let this one go, it kind of stops right there. So you can see it's hanging down a lot lower than I would like. So all you do is you rotate it. You rotate this knob, oops, this top one, so it takes it up. And I'm gonna take this one up too. I think that's a good spot. You like that?
Yeah.
And then, so you can pull these down and they'll go right back there. Pretty easy. And you saw I didn't have to help it up. It's slow rise, so it just went right up by itself. This is sweet. Look how dark it gets over here. These are awesome. I love these. And then slow rise. Oh yeah. I just want to make clear how these mounting brackets work. You can see that they've got these teeth on either side that grip the aluminum frame that's at the top of the day-night roller shade. And what we did is we put that aluminum frame into this tooth first and then just rotated that aluminum frame up so that it then snapped into this spring-loaded side. You can see it's spring-loaded like that. So then removal of the day-night roller shade is super easy. You just push this and then this side falls out and then you can just pull the aluminum frame out. So to get the valence back on, I have to pop this back off because it's in the way of these top brackets. And thankfully, getting this off is really easy. Like I said, you just push these buttons, it just comes right out. One thing I want to mention before getting to the rest of the windows though is if you do this install yourself, one really nice thing is you don't have to worry about the screws for these mounting brackets biting into wood or missing wood, because the way that these windows are constructed is there's an entire frame around every window. So the sides, top, and bottom of every window has solid wood behind it. So you're not just screwing into the plywood walls, you're actually biting into frame of the trailer. Now the process for the rest of the windows is basically the exact same, so we're just gonna breeze right through them. That set. That window's done. Only 4 more windows to go.
As you guys can tell, just between these two windows, this one, these are completely closed. I cannot close these anymore. It's blocking as much sunlight as it can, and yet it looks really bright over here still. Which, I mean, if you want that, that's fine, but if we're blocking the sun out, we want the sun actually blocked out, and you can see over here, the sun isn't getting in at all. It's an amazing difference. I'm really excited to see what this one looks like once we have it all done now too.
That's the last one. And the biggest one.
Yeah.
I saved that one for last on purpose.
Well, it's gonna take both of us to do this one.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right.
Perfect.
Wow. Yeah, look how much darker it is in here now with that. Yeah. That's crazy. That sun was blasting in here and it was so dark.
Yeah.
Good job. That's it for this install. If you're looking to replace whatever shades are in your rig, go ahead and check out the link in the description below. It'll take you to Irvine Shades website and you can see what they have to offer. Although we went with the day-night roller shades, they do offer other options, but we are super happy with our day-night roller shades. We love how they just completely block out the sun when the night shades are pulled, and the slow rise feature is really cool.
For sure. Plus, this is probably one of the easiest installs we have ever done. If we hadn't been filming, it would have only taken us between 1 hour and 2 hours to do from start to finish. Plus, I got to help out, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well that's it for this install video. Catch you guys later.
Bye!